All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome and welcome back to my channel, Soup for the Soul Tarot. So we're just going to get into a general reading and see where this takes us. All right. Let's get into this general reading for the collective that's here. And again, take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. If it's not your story, simply don't force it. All right, let's see what's going on here. "23, zombie, kitty, and queen." Okay. So somebody here feels as if no one and nothing can hurt me more than I have already hurt myself, or how other people have already hurt me. You feel like you've really been through hell and back. Maybe you still feel like you're in hell, still going through it. This is someone here that has been done wrong by everyone they've at least ever loved and cared for, or the people that supposedly was supposed to be there for them or for this person. And so whoever this is, you may feel as if you don't have a lot of faith in humanity left, if at all. You may be a recluse, and you may leave your door shut. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if you had a sign hanging on your front door saying, go away, no soliciting, or do not disturb. But yeah, you cannot be bothered. All right, let's move into more oracles here. I'm seeing an older, dark-skinned lady in my mind's eye. I don't know if that's who would be resonating with this, or if that's somebody that was your mother and did you wrong, or if that person is significant on some level. But I'm seeing a dark-skinned older lady here. Somebody that is at least in their 50s and above, or maybe late 40s and above. You know, this could be also the case of where life has aged you, and it shows on the lines of your skin. So somebody here could actually be younger than they appear because of life circumstances that they've had to go through. All right, what else, Spirit? The lizard. Yeah. So I feel like you're paranoid when you walk around. Like, even if it's like going to the grocery store, maybe even, it's like you're looking around, you're surveying your surroundings. You always try to be prepared for the worst. And with September's news events, I don't blame you. You know, it really does seem like the world is getting way more chaotic these days. But also, on top of that, you may have also came from struggle. Maybe also you live in like low income housing or Section 8 homes, you know, or you just already know your neighbors can't really be trusted, you know, because they're looking to survive off of other people's backs sometimes, if that's what it takes, right? It's every man or woman for themselves out in these streets. Hi, Kiki Forever. Thank you for the heart, love. Yes, if you stay till the end, I'll definitely pull a card for you. Thank you for the gift. And that goes for anyone that sends a gift this way. I will pull a card or two for you. Typically, the more gifts you send, the more cards I'll pull, or the longer I'll take on your reading or your question. All right, anyways, we have the fire ants. Yeah. You may have gotten stuck. Thank you, Kiki Forever. You may have gotten stuck here in like a fight. Maybe this was like a physical fight. But I feel like whatever this is, whatever this conflict was, it's giving you some form of PTSD, you know, symptoms. Obviously, I'm not here to diagnose anyone. If you do believe you are experiencing PTSD symptoms, please go get diagnosed, go get seen, go get help by a professional, by a licensed professional. Okay. But yeah, for somebody here, that may resonate for you. And ever since then, you may be trying to avoid scenarios like that. Maybe it was like a life and death situation. You know, you're even surprised you got out alive. This could have been getting stuck in like a riot, or like a protest, being trampled over, maybe got crazy, you know, could be anything, like maybe like, you know, this kind of reminds me of like that Mandalay Bay shooting in Vegas years ago, or a couple years ago now, for that mass shooter. It's like you survived something big, or it doesn't even have to be any of those things, but I feel like whatever this is was like in a public space, and you were able to get away, even if it was like some kind of gang violence or something like that, and you got caught up in it all, you know, and maybe you're just in the wrong neighborhood, wrong time, wrong place. I speak with good intent. I feel like nowadays you just focus on self-care. You know, I achieve with integrity. Yeah, you feel like other people are just filled with BS. It's like you're like, you know what? I don't even know what they are saying. I don't even think they know what they're saying. They're just talking just to talk. That's how you feel. Like people just talk just to talk. Or like in friendship circles or groups or at parties or whatever, people just say whatever, just talk out of their ass, you know? You may genuinely feel that way. And you are not about that. You're somebody that is very cutting, very real, to the point where it makes other people feel uncomfortable because they're not used to that. They're not used to the intensity, you know? Yeah, you make people nervous. You make people nervous, whoever you are. Mm. All right. Well, where are you headed? I keep on getting drawn to this other deck over here. Why did this come up for this person, Spirit? Oh, also, I feel like you have an overactive nervous system. I feel like it's kind of burnt out and tired, and it's because I feel like your nervous system is always like running on like max setting, you know, like whenever you step out, it's like your nerves spike, you know. One of the reasons why you like to be by yourself is because like you can't handle how uncomfortable that feeling is either. You don't like being uncomfortable. You don't like feeling anxious and paranoid. You know, it's like you don't trust your surroundings. Okay, why is this coming up for this person, Spirit? What needs to be communicated here? Like what is the Eight of Cups in the reverse? The Justice card in reverse. I'm not surprised we have that card. The Fool card in the reverse. You have the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Kind of looks a little similar to this card here in a way, right? Oh, yeah. You know what I think might help you on some level? I'm not going to say it's going to solve everything, you know, or that you're no longer going to experience any pain. I'm not saying that because I feel like this is the type of pain that you just learn to carry. You know, you just kind of accept that it's there and it's always going to be a part of you. You know, it's like getting a scar, it's always going to be there as a reminder. You know, even though that whatever event happened was long ago. But writing, I'm hearing like writing a book of your life and what you've been through. You know, you could even make it like a fiction version. I think a lot of fiction does stem from real stories that's just masked in fairy tales or sci-fi, whatever. Um, but you know, I feel like I'm getting like Stephen King vibes here. And you don't have to necessarily be into his genre of horror. Um, but like that's kind of where I'm getting, where you're like channeling all these darker energies and emotions inside into like a piece of art, you know. I think this would be a beautiful interpretation of pain, whatever you've been through. And with the Three of Cups, it's at least having some victory of at least packaging all of this into, you know, a pretty bow. Making something of it, making something good out of it. Feeling proud of your work as well. I don't know, maybe that's something to consider. Maybe that's something that you've considered in the past, is writing a book. Yeah. Okay, well, let's pull an advice card. This says wild wisdom. Spirits bless you with their presence when you accept your true power. Unleash your creative heart here, now, in this hour. Yeah. Again, I feel like you are meant to unleash your creative abilities. Maybe it's pen to paper or fingers to keyboard, whatever that modern, I don't know if there's a modern equivalent to that or not, but yeah. Put those fingers to work. Again, I also feel like people around you, they don't know who you are and they may never know who you are. But at least I get a snippet of you because I feel like you're a very interesting person to know. And unfortunately, I feel like a lot of interesting people tend to shy away from the crowds, you know, because they just don't relate to them. They're not sheep. But yeah, anyways, that is the general collective reading for whoever that was for. All right. Where is this one? Oh yeah, this goes over here. Let me take a drink of water and we'll go into why is this coming up here? Kiki's reading. Kiki, if you still are here. Can you tell me how Chris is feeling about me? Okay, let's do an oracle and 2 tarot cards. All right, Kiki forever. How does Chris feel about Kiki? How does Chris feel about Kiki? Okay. Boundaries. I really wish you would give me some space. Bottom of the deck, energy. There's an energy between us, a vibe that can't be denied. Let's pull a tarot card here. I feel like this person is going through something that's hard for them to talk about. Hard for Chris to talk about. I feel like Chris likes to process his emotions alone. All right. How is Chris feeling about Kiki? How does Chris feel about this, Spirit? We have the 9 of Paws. That is the equivalent to the 9 of Pentacles in this deck. Yes, I can see that, and I'm so extra clingy. Ugh, girl. I'm very much like that too. So I get it. Or I definitely used to be. I've been trying not to be like that lately, but still hard. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have 10 of Wells. All right. So I feel like your person, Kiki, feels at peace when they're with you, or they feel at ease. I'm seeing like when I look at this card, there aren't any waves crashing on the shore. It doesn't look like there's a storm brewing. Clear skies are here. There's no clouds saying that there's a storm coming, that there's rain. I just feel like that's an image that represents how your person feels when they're around you. They feel at peace around you. Now, do I get this passionate romantic feeling when this person is thinking of you right now? No, I do not. I do get the feeling, though, maybe that it's blocked for this person. Like there's something about their I don't know, it's like there's something blocked in this person, and I feel like it's like a chakra problem. Not that like all they have to do is like align their chakras. No, that's never a thing, okay? Chakra alignment is just like an extra thing you can do to help. It's a tool to help you, but you still have to do the work. But I just feel like your person is numb from something. They're carrying around this person is carrying around pain that he's not dealing with. And it may be really hard for this person to want to deal with that or to even admit that. But you being there for this person is really enough for them, is really enough for Chris. Yes, I think I know partially of what it is. Okay. This person doesn't feel good enough as well, and so you may find that they may sabotage this connection. Yeah, I mean, he may feel peace when he's with you, but I feel like it's almost as if he feels shame or he feels bad for the inner turmoil that he would be bringing to you if he were to stay or to stick around. So just know that it's very possible that he may sabotage this connection. All right, but it's not because this person doesn't care about you. It's just because they feel like he's dealing with a lot of damage. I'm hearing damage control. All right. Okay, absolutely get what you're talking about. All right, awesome. Thank you for the gifts, love. Appreciate them. You're welcome. And welcome to the Soul Fam here as well. All right, guys. I think I am going to go. I've been procrastinating on dealing with chores. And of course, tomorrow is Monday. So I should probably get on that before the sun completely goes down, or at least where I am in the world. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys later or tomorrow. Bye.